Good afternoon, guys. It's me again. I hope you're all doing well. I'm on one of my favourite subjects, which is Labour. I'm sure you realise that I would never vote Labour in all my life, and this particular subject makes it even more definite that I would never vote for them. There's a Labour MP called Jess Phillips, who has either written to or spoken to Jeremy Corbyn, who is the leader of the Labour Party, and has told him that he should not allow any male colleagues to go for a by-election. He should only choose women until there's more women MPs. Now, whatever way you look at that, it's sexism, right? Because if a male had done that, he would have been jumped on like a ton of bricks, and he would be called everything under the sun. But yet, because it's a woman saying that men should not be employed in that role, it's okay. Again, the hypocrisy from Labour is beyond any sort of imagination. To believe that she has the right to go to a leader and tell him that just because these guys are male, they should not go for it, and they have to employ female because there's not enough females in the party or MPs of the party. This woman is definitely an SJW, social justice warrior, that probably thinks that the whole world is against her, and just because she's a woman, she's hard done by. And she probably believes in the wage gap between women and men as well, because they look at statistics to prove their agenda. See, if you looked at the wages between men and women and you didn't, how can I put it, dissect it, then it could see that men earn around, I think it's around 20%, it may be even more, than women. But when you dissect it and you realise exactly what's going on, in fact, women earn more than men. And I'll explain to you what I mean. You see, generally, the majority of the women in the UK will have children, which means they leave their place of work for a few months, if not a year, sometimes even longer. Then generally the majority of these women go into part-time work. They don't go into full-time work due to looking after children. Okay, I'm not saying that doesn't happen with men, but it's less likely with men than it is with women. It's just fact. I'm not being sexist. I'm just telling the truth. If you looked at it like that, you would actually see that women are actually better off and they get paid better than men in general. So that pay gap is not actually a pay gap for what you believe it is, or what you want to believe it is. Now, to believe that a woman has a better chance to get my job than I have, I think you'd have to be a bit doolally, really. Because in my job, in construction and sales and all that kind of stuff, a woman would get my job much quicker than I would get it. And there are so many professions out there that are exactly the same. So to turn around and say that women have a less opportunity than men is also BS. It's bollocks. So for a woman in the Western world to say that she is hard done by the society, and just because she's a woman she doesn't get half as what men do, is BS. It's rubbish. Statistically, it's absolute crap. But yet, just because Jess Phillips is a woman, she's allowed to say that. Because if it was a man that said something like that, he would be jumped on so quickly. And, you know, they may even want his job over it. How can you be an MP if you've got these beliefs? It's the same thing. It's the hypocrisy. And I find it even more funnier that the hypocrisy has come from a Labour member of Parliament. Because their hypocrisy is absolutely amazing. I mean, they've just made, I think it's the Shadow Secretary. What's her name again? Oh, bloody hell, I forgot her name. The MP for Hackney. Oh, that's gonna bug me now. I'll probably remember as soon as I come off this video. Oh, almost had it then. Okay, there's a Labour MP for Hackney that's just been made Shadow Secretary for Labour. She's a black lady. And she has come out with racist comments against white people. Not once, not twice, I think at least 3 times. And one of them was on a tweet. And she never lost her job because of 2 things. 1, that she's a woman, and 2, that she's a black woman. Because if it was a white guy or a white woman that said the things that she said, they would not be in that position. But Labour have decided to put her as Shadow Secretary. Jeremy Corbyn has decided